What's up, guys? It's TKO Smokey, and today we're doing a new post-race interview. We're talking with Owen. He rides for the G Fuel Kawasaki team. He hails from Colorado, USA. He finished third at round 6 and currently is 12th in the championship point standings. Welcome. How are you doing today, Owen?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. So the first question is, what got you into playing MX bikes?
I was kind of just scrolling through Steam one day and I found it, and I was thinking about buying Sim, but I looked up videos and I was like, what's better? And then people told me bikes was easier to learn, so I chose bikes over Sim.
Wow. So, do you race and ride motorcycles in real life?
Nope.
No, so you're just a fan of the sport.
Yep. I've really started to get into the sport. People might call me a bandwagon, but I mean, I watch Supercross now, I'm pretty invested, but just from this year.
Okay, that kind of brings up an interesting point because the actual sport itself, like Supercross and motocross, is definitely struggling with viewership
Mhm.
and and esports is such a big industry. It's like $1 billion a year industry. You
Yeah.
would you would think Monster Energy being the main sponsor of Supercross, you would think that they would have they would push more for like Sim or MX bikes or one of these simulator games to be, a top esports game. Like you would because when there's the off season for motocross, supercross, the fans are like playing the video games, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the hardcore fans are playing the motocross games. That's a whole nother thing. But so follow up question: how long have you been playing MX bikes?
I got the game on September 30th of 2020.
Honestly, that's about how long I've been playing the game too. I mean,
Yeah.
not how long I've been playing motocross games in general, but just how long I've been playing bikes. How did the new ride come about?
Um, I'm good friends with Larson, so we always talk in Discord with each other. And Alpine was it was a good team, but no one really played. It was kind of just me and Greg.
Right.
And so I was like, "Yo, I heard you're making a new team. If you want, I'm interested. All you your choice. I don't care if you don't want me on the team, etc." And then a couple days later, he messaged me early in the morning, and I wake up and I, he messaged me saying you got a spot on the team if you want, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" So
You're like, hell yeah.
yeah,
Um,
that was the exact words I said.
so I noticed I didn't see you in the main event for like the first 2 rounds. Did you try
Yeah.
to qualify and didn't make it, or you just didn't race?
The first round I didn't make it. The second round I did not qualify through. And
Okay,
then the third round I kind of invested myself into Supercross more.
right, because I'm looking at your results here. Round 3, 15th. Round
Yeah.
4, 13th. Round 5, 10th. And this past round, you got third. So if you're looking at the progression, the only next step is like a first place.
Mhm.
Have you just gotten into a better flow with the game, or have you like figured out a better bike setting? Because these results, I mean, you know how hard it is to crack the top 5 in this game,
Yeah.
especially with this series. Have you found a new bike setting or anything, or are you just putting more time into the track?
Um, I think it's kind of a mix, honestly, because shout out Steez. He taught me kind of how to do a little bit with suspension.
Hmm.
So I kind of worked with suspension because I used for on my old team, Austin Carew would make all our suspension setups. So I went to the Cowie and I was like, I want to learn how to make a setup for myself. So I figured out how to do it and then kind of just experimented for a day or two. And then that's when I really found out that the suspension makes me a better rider overall. And so I went into the new race thinking like, okay, I need a good start and I can keep top 5 basically. Because I knew that when going into it, I didn't want to run hot laps the day before. I just wanted to work on consistency for round 6 cuz though that whole track is so hard.
The round 6 track, I think, might have been maybe the hardest track to stay consistent at.
Mhm.
Just from
Yeah.
That's just me personally from actually riding the tracks. It might not be that way for you, but I just felt like it was just really hard because just with the whoop section and just the rhythm sections on this track, on a 250, it was kind of tough to get over those rhythms consistently, hitting those lines.
Mhm. Yeah, it's kind of I was like cuz immediately like first lap I got on the track I was like this is going to be the consistent track. Consistency is going to win.
Just from the result, first through third were way ahead of the rest of the field. The consistency thing, I think this track and maybe round 1 gave the riders a little bit more hassle than they thought was going to happen. How do you go from 10th to being on the box? Like just walk me through your race.
I knew if I got a good start that I could be up there cuz I know I have the speed. It's just the consistency and the lapped riders or like just getting off the start. It's always crazy. So I'm like, okay. I was on the gate. I was like, I need a good start. That's going to be key to my race. A good start and consistency. So Jack, my old teammate, he was invisible for the whole race for me. So I thought I pulled the whole shot, and I thought I was leading the race for the first lap and a half. I think, like he was not like he came up to lap me, and I didn't see him the whole time.
What are you doing to get ready for tomorrow's race?
So for this next race, I've been going back to all the old tracks and just trying to like run. I run like 10-minute moto sometimes, just if I'm like really in the mood to like try to practice and get better. But most of the time, I'll just like go ride the track and just like have fun, see what I can increase on. I'm always focusing on what I can do better in the whoops because I think that's one of my strong points is the whoops. Because if we go back to round Indy through 2, I think. I fell once through those whoops and then I blitzed them like every time perfectly after that.
What do you think is the most important thing to be really consistent at?
Um, Definitely the whoops, and then probably just like because all of the back sections on most of the tracks so far are the super long ones, and I've seen a bunch of people crash through the back section a lot. So I've been focusing on just trying to like hit my lines and just get through it clean.
Is the bike setup a lot different than going from a Honda to Kawasaki?
Yes. Yeah, people think that there's not much of a difference, but from the Honda to the Cowie, I feel like the Cowie is better through shorter rhythms because you can like it's kind of all about gearing. So the first thing I focus on is gearing in a bike, and then I go to suspension. But finding that right gearing is what I take most seriously because if you find the right gearing, you're gonna do better on the track.
So right now, who is on your team for the G Fuel Kawasaki team?
It is me, Larson, and Jack.
So this is a part in the interview where I let you thank all of your sponsors and the people that have just been in your corner and helped you out a lot.
I want to thank Larson for making the team, making it feel real comfy right at home. We're good friends, so it was pretty easy transition from team to team. And then Chicken for grinding our kits out. He did our bikes and our gear in like 3 days after Larson made the team. Yeah, big shout out to Chicken for that. And I mean, just big shout out to everyone in the community for making bikes what it is, honestly, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have this type of stuff. I mean, we're getting, however, 19 rounds, I'm pretty sure, of new Supercross tracks, so I couldn't be more thankful for that.
All right, man. Thanks for taking the time and talking with us. And I'll see you at the races tomorrow. And honestly, like, good luck because we've been seeing new guys on the podium every single week,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. Which I'm pretty stoked about that.